When we think of economics today, we often associate it with the name of Adam Smith, the Scottish philosopher who wrote The Wealth of Nations in 1776. But economic thought existed long before Smith, and understanding its evolution can give us insights into the origins of modern economic ideas. The earliest known work on economics is attributed to Xenophon, a Greek philosopher who lived in the 4th century BCE. However, most of the surviving texts from the ancient world deal with moral philosophy rather than economics as we understand it today. The works of Aristotle and Plato, for example, touch upon economic ideas such as wealth, property, and trade, while also emphasizing the importance of virtues like justice and moderation in economic life. During the Middle Ages, economic activities were often regulated by religious institutions, such as monasteries, which held vast amounts of land and resources. Theologians such as St. Thomas Aquinas wrote extensively on the morality of economic transactions, arguing that charging interest on loans was sinful. Scholastic thinkers like Aquinas also developed the concept of the just price, a morally acceptable price for goods and services that would allow both buyer and seller to meet their needs. The Renaissance marked a period of growing trade and commerce, as European powers established colonies and global trade networks. Merchants and financiers began to develop new financial instruments, such as bills of exchange, and to use mathematics to calculate risk and profit. This era also saw the emergence of economic treatises, such as those by Italian scholars Bernardo Davanzati and Giovanni Botero, who explored topics like currency, taxation, and the role of the state in economic affairs. The Enlightenment of the 18th century brought new ideas about reason, individualism, and progress, which had a profound impact on economic thought. One of the key figures of this period was François Quesnay, a French economist who developed the concept of the physiocrats, a group of thinkers who believed that wealth came from the land and that governments should not interfere in economic activities. The physiocrats were among the first to advocate for a laissez-faire approach to economics, laying the groundwork for later thinkers like Adam Smith. And then, of course, there was Adam Smith in The Wealth of Nations. Smith presented a comprehensive vision of economic activity as a self-regulating system based on the division of labor, competition, and the market mechanism. He argued that the pursuit of individual self-interest could lead to the common good, and that government intervention in economic affairs should be limited. Today, the legacy of Adam Smith can be seen in the global economic system that dominates our world. But the Pre-Smithian Era reminds us that economic thought is not a fixed or timeless concept, but rather a product of historical, social, and intellectual forces. Understanding its evolution can help us to question our assumptions and imagine new possibilities for the future.
Created using Powtoon.